Why did I become a Muslim? I can remember very clearly the day when that I officially converted to the Al-Azhar Mosque in Cairo. I am from the state of Connecticut, USA, but what led me to that day remains a search unconscious and yet continuous by God. As a child I was always sure of the religion and of God, but never in the form in which Catholicism was to me presented. I could never understand how God could be three, with the Trinity. Pray for many people like Jesus, may peace be upon it, Mary and various saints, the concept of original sin, such as priests could simply forgive sins, or why there were hundreds of completely different Bibles. Consequently, these were only one of the few things that no one, including priests, could address or even explain. It was surprising that he went to church and religious education ended, but he left without knowing exactly what he should do to be a good Christian. I learned that I had to be good, charitable, careful, have mercy, and many other characteristics, but there was no practical application of how I should do it right. I was looking for a way to connect with the one God he knew and prayed to, and also by a structure to teach me exactly how I should lead my life. But life moved on, and with the pressure of my family and my objection, I continued my initiation into the Catholic Church. Until the university, religion was no more than a nuisance in the Sunday mornings. God, however, continued present. I happened to go to a Catholic university and I thought about giving Catholicism one last chance. I desperately wanted to reach God. I tried my best once again to find a way through the only means that he knew were possible and did not work. Finally I renounced Catholicism, which meant it was time to explore other options. Catholicism and Christian denominations were out because of my previous problems with them, and also the Judaism, for their disbelief in Jesus. Although it had problems with Christianity, I was always sure that Jesus had a powerful message for mankind, the message of worshiping one God. I never understood how Christians ended up worshiping their own Jesus. I was sure he never wanted that. I was left with one more option, Islam. She was familiar with Islam through of previous trips to Egypt and was open to the possibility of this belief. It wasn't strange to me, although at the time it wasn't. I knew Muslims beyond a friend or two in Egypt. I began to read the Quran and seek information about Islam on the internet. I remember that my first feeling about the Quran was that I knew instinctively that I could not. It must have been written by a human hand. It was beyond that. It was in stark contrast to my reading of the Bible, which seemed to a collection of stories written by a man. This love for the words of the Quran and the fact that it is only one and unchanged Quran since his revelation to Prophet Muhammad, may the mercy and blessings of God be upon him. They were not the only things that impressed me. I felt good about everything I learned about Islam. This feeling meant a lot, and I continued to research, learn and enjoy. More importantly, I found answers to my two past religious problems, wanting to worship a God and the structure. Islam is strictly monotheistic because Muslims worship only God without any partners, and the Quran and Sunnah, the sayings and deeds of the Prophet, who mercy and blessings of God be upon him, give a system of life, complete life to follow. I finally knew exactly what I had to do to be a good Christian. I had to become a Muslim. During the last 2 years of university held to the beliefs of Islam, not quite sure what to do with them in a Catholic university environment. I knew in my I was a Muslim, but I didn't know how to break the news to my family and friends. After university I offered an internship in Egypt and happily returned. Did many good Muslim friends, including my future husband, who helped me to I officially converted and learned many things that are important in religion. I was lucky for all the wonderful support I received. It wasn't easy to tell people that it was Muslim. Although some people stayed glad I found a religion I love, I don't always get congratulations or even polite responses, but I grew stronger because of thereof. I can defend my faith and I thank God everyone the days for being Muslim. I remember growing up confused about God and religion. I finally feel complacent and happy with each passing day, because now I understand the truth.